Hey guys, Bombbuster72 here again. Today we're going to talk about diversions or comfort items during a disaster. Now I know that there are some of you out there who are thinking that this is a complete waste of time and energy. Why would you need comfort items during a disaster? But for those of you who are thinking that way, I'm guessing that you haven't spent days on end with absolutely nothing to do. Trust me, for your own sanity, you're going to want something to do. Now we have a thought process in the military. That is that if you have a troop, a soldier, sailor, airman, or marine, and he's bored, he's probably going to get into trouble. In the military, we counter that by, well, quite frankly, menial tasks. You've, I'm sure, heard of them, but, you know, maybe it is menial, but at the same time, it keeps the troops out of trouble. I'm not saying that we need to do that here, but we do need something to keep our minds off of the emergency sometimes and help us to relax and keep some normalcy in our lives. So let's talk about what we need for different lengths of emergencies. First up, short term, this is the 1 to 7 day emergency. Now, you don't need to have a change of underwear and socks for a 1 to 7 day emergency. But trust me, it's going to improve your comfort level. It's going to be a lot better off, you're going to feel better about yourself, and it's worth it. Truly it is. Additionally, I think cards are a great thing. A deck of cards in everybody's bug-out bag is an excellent idea. Cards have a proud tradition in the military dating back to, well, the invention of cards, quite frankly. I think it would be great to have a waterproof deck of cards. That way you've got something to do, and if you don't use them, they don't take up much space. If you have kids, consider their needs as well. What type of things would help them maintain normalcy and will comfort them during a very stressful time? And don't forget about your pets. Maybe bring along a toy or some sort of treat for them as well. What about intermediate term, that 7 to 90 day emergency? There's really nothing more that you need for comfort items, but you may want to think about things like a way to wash those socks and underwear. And you could add things like board games and coloring books and other books to read and things like that, but be creative. Come up with your own ideas. I'm sure you can think of a few. And that gets us to long term, which is anywhere from 90 to 365 plus days. My family likes hot chocolate on cold mornings. It's a morale booster for them. It's a comfort item. So we planned accordingly, and in our food storage we have several number 10 cans, the large cans of hot chocolate. Now it's going to take more potable water, and yes, that's a resource that we may not want to waste, but it's also a good morale booster. This will help during those stressful times. Additionally, for long term, you're really going to need to take those family heirlooms with you, photo albums. Trust me, it'll be worth it in the end. You're going to wish that you had those things if you forget them. I know that none of these items are life-sustaining. They're not required for you to survive physically. But trust me, they do some other things for you. First of all, they're going to improve your morale, okay? They're going to fight boredom, and they're going to give a boost to your emotional and mental well-being. They'll be worth it in the end. You know, truly, the best way to survive something is to have a good, positive attitude. So this brings a close to the video series for the new and confused prepper. And we've covered a lot of ground. We talked about the acronym PREPARED, which stands for potable water, rations, escape or transportation, protection, aid as in first aid, your roof, which is shelter and fire, emergency communications, and we finally ended today with diversions. We also talked about different lengths of emergencies, those being short-term, intermediate term, and long-term events. Next time, we're going to be starting a new series, the In the Field series, where I'm going to demonstrate and show you how to do some of these techniques, survival techniques, use some of the equipment items, and first up is going to be building fires without matches. Until then, take care and be safe.